So I'm going to do a quick walk around of the Kia Soul. And this, of course, Kia is coming down to India, has already come down to India, of course, and its first car, the SUV, is going to be launched shortly, sometime in the calendar year 2019. But that's an SUV as we know it. But another car that they are looking at getting down sometime in the future is, of course, an electric vehicle. And it could be that the Soul is one of those cars considered for that project. We've just been driving this vehicle, the Soul EV, in Korea. And I must say, I am thoroughly impressed with what this product has to offer. It's an electric vehicle, and while I'm not a big fan of electric vehicles, I do believe the Soul fits the bill for an urban commuter, a family wagon. It's a multi-purpose product. It serves many purposes, whether you want to use it individually or as a family. Spacious. Length is about 4.2 meters long, so there's a lot of space inside that. The lithium-ion polymer batteries, I'm just going to tell you what those specs are in a few minutes, but take a quick look at what this product is like. Right there in the front is where, well, the charging point is. That unit is where the charging point is. You can connect it to an AC, a DC, or a home power network. Of course, DC gives you the fastest charge, up to 80% in about 50 to 60 minutes. This is what the interior looks like. Fantastic interiors. I quite liked it. Very, very impressive. Premium, well finished. This is no different from a regular conventional car. That's the steering wheel there. You see the instrument DFT console right behind the steering wheel. I'm going to switch on a few things and show you. That's the engine start stop. That's the drive select. I'm not going to put it on drive select right now. Just going to leave it on park. But there you go. There you go. And a lot of the information is available right there on that screen. This is the navigation screen right there. These are the mode selectors. There's a drive mode that allows you to select between an eco, a normal and a sport mode, and the differences are quite apparent. There's a surge of power in sport mode and it mellows down considerably when you're in eco mode. Of course, there are lots of selections on the steering wheel as well, but you cannot select the drive mode from the steering wheel itself right now. That's what the interiors look like. On the space front, I'm going to show you the space in that back seat. There you go. Very, very spacious. A lot of leg room for rear passengers as well. And of course, a fairly generous boot area also. There you go. That's what the boot is like. So as you can see, that's a full-size umbrella. And you fill that diagonally, and there you see what the space is like in there. Right. Now, coming to the specifications of this vehicle. Just get those doors shut. And well, there are two configurations for the Soul EV. There's a long-range version and a standard version. Now, the max power in the long-range version, of course, is 204 PS. So the standard version is about 136 PS. With the max torque of 395 Newton meters for the long range, and that's standard in both the cars. Now, both of them use a lithium-ion polymer battery. The voltage output is 356 and power kilowatt hours is 64 for the long range and 39.2 for the standard. Now, the long range, effectively, the advantage is, of course, you get a humongous amount of mileage range on that. Almost 450, nearly 460 kilometer is what the range stands at, and that goes up to about 300 kilometers, nearly 280-290 kilometers for the standard version. So I think it's a very, very practical product in that sense. There is no range anxiety that you would suffer with something of this sort. With the DC charging output, like I said, it charges in just about an hour, up to 80%. In AC mode, that takes about 3 to 4 hours of charging time. Overall, very impressive product. Fantastic ride quality, brilliant dynamics, quite capable in that sense. So there's the Kia Soul EV. Now, is this the product that's going to head down to India or something else? We aren't certain at this point in time. But what I do know is that if this is the shape of things to come from Kia, especially in the EV segment, well, I've loved every minute of driving this car on the roads. Yeah, just to kind of reiterate, the top speed is about 160, 170 kilometers an hour. So, well, comfortable to drive in any condition. Like I said, expressway, urban conditions, anywhere for that matter. I think, I do believe this can be very promising for the Indian market. If it were the sub 4 meter category, of course, a lot of the benefits would come down to the consumers. Unfortunately, like I said, this is about 4.2 meters in length, so it doesn't really fit under that bracket. Nonetheless, great car, great product. I've had a fantastic time driving this. See ya.